You know what? You know what really bummed me out? I was thinking about this today, this past week. Like, I was thinking about high school. I was thinking about all school, not just high school. I was thinking about my elementary school. I was thinking about high school. I was thinking about all the things that I've done in my life. And I was thinking about them fondly. Like, I was thinking about, like, mostly, like, how it was fun. And then I thought about how did I feel, though, when it was happening? And a lot of the time, I felt not happy. I felt like in high school, it's a very awkward time, you know, or you're growing up, you're like, oh, I wasn't, you know, you didn't feel comfortable, you didn't feel whatever it was, you felt out of place. And I thought, well, that's interesting that now I look back on that fondly. And it makes me happy to think about that time when, in actuality, it wasn't necessarily the happiest of times, right? So I thought about how retrospect kind of like candy coats everything. And then I was thinking about all the things in my life that I want to do. And I was getting excited for them. You know, whatever it is, having a family, doing my next Netflix special, whatever it is, lunch even tomorrow. Oh, I get to have lunch tomorrow at that place I like. Or I'm going to Las Vegas in 3 weeks. I can't wait to fucking hang with my buddies and try to fucking up jump the boogie, you know? And I was thinking about all the things I was excited about. And then I was thinking about doing all of those things. Like, think about going to Vegas with your friends. Think about getting to do that. Think about if next week you and your buddies got to go to Las Vegas without your wife, without your girlfriends, or if you don't have one, it doesn't matter. Maybe you're going to go plucking and up jump the boogie with your friends. Okay? You'd be so fucking excited, wouldn't you? You'd be so excited to just go let off some steam. Now, what we know is if you're over 30, it wouldn't be as good as you made it out what you thought it was going to be. Because that's what happens. You go, fuck yeah, let's do this. And you go, and you get to the fucking club in Vegas, or whatever it is, and you're like, oh, it's okay. Or you go to the strip club, and you're like, oh, I thought I was going to fucking meet a chick, and maybe I was going to start dating a stripper, and it didn't happen. You let your fantasy go run wild. But that's what keeps you going. Hope. My point is it's never as good as you think it's going to be. And retrospect candy coats everything. So that means the worst time is now. That sucks. Dude, if looking back on things that weren't necessarily good, make it better. And if you're excited for something that's not going to be as exciting as you think it is, then the worst time is now. And that's all you ever have. Now. We're fucked. See ya. All good. We're fucked. Let's all live in it together. It sucks the most now. It sucks the most now. I can't stop it. I can't even stop it. I'm pissed. Yes! I always want the fucking thing to be a kill switch, and it's not. Yes! I always want to fucking start something when I hit the key, and then have it be a kill switch. Fuck yes! And it never is. Yes! It just starts the phone over, the fucking song over again. Yes! Be much funnier to cut it out, but one fire doesn't set up that way, and I always tell him to. Fucking yes! Ah, boy. Yes. Yeah, so that's it. That was the profound thought I had today. At least you get to look forward to things that won't be that good. You know what I'm talking about. But sometimes the shit surprises you, right? When the shit pops off, when you really do up jump the boogie, right? But it's never when you expect it, though. Remember those times you were just driving around in the valley with your old roommate and shit? And you were like, whatever. And then something happened. Like some cool shit happened. And you were just like, whoa, fuck yeah, dude. I didn't know that was going to be awesome. And then it happened. And it's all good. Actually, that guy, I remember my old roommate, and his buddy, who I'm still friends with, now his buddy is one of my fucking really, really good friends. You know how that always happens? You're like, you think you have a friend, and then you meet their friend, and then you guys get closer, and you're like, oh, that's the real friend. Anyway, so I met that guy, and we still keep in touch. Yeah, I still keep in touch with the other guy, too, but I used to do this thing with, like, waiters and shit, or anytime someone would give you something, like if you were, like, at a fucking mail place, and you were to mail something, and they give you a receipt or whatever. I used to do this thing for me. This is how fucking dorky I am. Instead of saying, thanks, man, I'd say X-Men, but I would do it, and they'd never catch on. Because either, there's two things that are going to happen. They're either not going to hear it because they're so ready to hear thanks, man. So I say, X-Men. And they think, or so they either just hear thanks, man, or they hear me say X-Men, and they think, well, he obviously didn't say X-Men. I misheard it, so I'll just let it go. So we were at this restaurant, House of Pies, in fucking Hollywood, you know? And I was telling my buddies about this, how I say X-Men sometimes, and it's funny for me. And he was like, really? And I said, yeah. I say, guys come by and drop the food off. I say, oh, X-Men. And they say, no problem. Because I'm fucking obviously not in their head saying X-Men. But, so my buddy Mitchell is like, oh, all right, I'm going to try it. And I was like, all right, cool. And I was like, but listen, you can't say fucking X-Men like it's thanks, man. Like, you can't be like, X-Men. Like, that's bullshit. You got to fucking say X-Men. You don't have to be like X-Men, but you got to be like X-Men. You got to be like X-Men. So the waiter drops the food off, and my buddy says, X-Men. And the waiter says, did you say X-Men? Bro, I don't know if there's ever been anything funnier that's happened. Like, I have been doing it for years. Nobody's ever... And he just goes X-Men, and the waiter says, did you say X-Men? Oh, for fuck's sake, man. And he was like, oh, no, I don't know. Imagine just saying X-Men to nobody. You'd be like, what? This person's a fucking lunatic. It's also even better because, like, the X-Men movies weren't even, like, popping yet. Like, it was just, like, a thing that dorks would know about. It wasn't like Marvel was so big. He just says fucking X-Men for no reason when he gets a fucking waffle. Oh, fuck, dude. Oh, I love shit like that, man. I love shit like that. Oh, fuck, I had my hands, like, in my cock with my fucking knees together, rolling around on that fucking pleather booth.